Hello everyone, and welcome back to part 2 of the Final Fantasy 13-2 demo that I'm playing through today.
Why did you offer to stop the giant?
And while we're running around, it appears that Sarah and Noel can also converse with each other, so that's cool, I guess. And oh yeah, this is just basically continuing off from where we left off in the last episode. From that small section that looks like a town, we run up here. This is supposed to be supposedly where Atlas is, somewhere up ahead. And we enter a predetermined fight scene. I have to say, you know, music kinda catchy. I don't know if I could stand it for the whole game, but so far I couldn't say I'd hate it. Oh yeah, and whenever there's a kid Sith in the battle as an enemy, I think you always want to take them out first because they seem to heal and that's all they do. So it takes longer if you don't take them out first. And as you can see here, I'm not using auto battle, but I soon learned that these guys, these Zwerg Scandroid enemies, are actually sort of resistant to thunder. Yeah, so it'd be nice if there was some sort of clue or hint. Okay, so again, 3 stars, but the important thing of that fight is we get what are these things called? You'll see in the cutscene.
What? The monster turned into crystal.
Oh no!
Servant of time,
Daughter of Chaos.
Unto the world
Chaos Servant Covenant.
the untamed you guide.
What do you know? It talks.
Wait, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Guide the untamed?
Maybe you're not tamed?
Power over monsters, Kupo.
Oh, okay.
Over monsters?
Now that you mention it, Lightning had monsters fighting with her in battle.
You can do the same, Kupo.
Okay. This power, can you show me how it works? I want to learn how to protect myself. Might as well start now.
Is that a yes? Apparently it is, because we now learn how to include monsters into the battle, basically. So I'm assuming for the most part of the game, or for at least some sections of the game, you only have like 2 main characters, and then your 3rd character will be a monster who you've tamed from the elements. So yeah, this section I'm gonna take the tutorial, just because this is new to 13-2. So first thing you want to do is you want to fill in these 3 slots, because you can have like 3 equipped at one time, 3 monsters equipped. Here I only have 2, and in this tutorial you only put 1 in. So I'm gonna put in this thing, this Zwerg thing, because it's a Ravager. You can see its stats on the right there, and you can see it's thunderproof. So yeah, it's resistant to thunder. Okay, so I don't think it matters which slot it appears in, but when you include him, you'll automatically have access to a new paradigm which includes 3 characters. So you have your monster ally slot, and for now they've filled up all of the slots with the Zwerg Scandroid. So you can't change that, but if you fill out the empty slots there, you'll have different options you can put in. This is a tutorial about the Feral Link, which is basically the bar beneath the monster's name or the monster's HP. There's a bar there, and the more you fill that up, you'll be able to access the Feral Link, which is sort of like a limit break overdrive sort of thing. And to recharge it, you build chain attacks with your monster ally or use items on them, which I assume is not really in the demo, probably in the main game. And here we're fighting against a hoplite. So here, yep, once it's full, you'll see this option to use the feral link, and for this enemy it's called multicast, and he'll multicast. They have different sort of QTE, I guess you have to press to activate them. Kind of like limit breaks really. The one thing I say that I don't like about this feature, at least in this demo, is that the main character who you control, so like I'm controlling Sarah in this game, she becomes like static. She doesn't move, whereas everyone else moves. The enemy moves, Noel moves, and even the monster is, well, he's executing his attack, but Sarah doesn't do anything. So that's kind of stupid, if I say so myself. At least it's only like a few seconds long, so it's not the worst of scenarios. But I mean, losing control of your character, I don't know if you can do anything else like paradigm shift. I never tried, but it could be dangerous really. You need to time it, I guess. And from that fight we also get the hoplite crystal, and as you can see I included everything. I have 3 characters now, 3 monsters, and I'm gonna edit this stuff. So I want a full commando slot. So your hoplite is your commando, yeah, and your Kate Sith is your medic. So I have 3 medics, which is decent. 3 commandos. I have 2 slots for 3 commandos, just to make it easier, I guess. And I don't have a sentinel. Otherwise I'd have 3 sentinels. But 2 sentinels and commando is kind of decent, I guess. And the thing is, you can also level up your characters, your monster allies, which I will show. Will I show in this episode? I think I will show a bit in this episode, but I do a lot more in the later parts of this demo. So yeah, you can change things around. So yeah, instead of having 3 commandos in that bottom slot, I changed it around. I think having a Ravager medic is, well, then nothing's particularly wrong, you know. It's choice in the game. You can set it up how you want. There probably is an optimal way, but there isn't particularly a wrong way. And from here you can see on the right there's sort of like a landing or an area you could walk on. But we're interrupted by a live event. Atlas doing something, I don't know.
What just happened?
Looks like we're getting overlap from another reality. Atlas has disappeared into another world or another time, I guess.
See, yeah, it doesn't really make sense. So here for a bit I was trying to figure out how to, if I can jump into that section, if I need Mok to do something. Goopopo. And then while I'm doing this, I tried to look for it for a while. BAM! A random attack suddenly occurs, and I don't have actually, you can actually sort of get a preemptive strike if you attack the enemy first. But here it's sort of like I just ran into the enemy. It was really based on position. It was a bit unlucky, I guess. So I start off the battle without any bonuses because I didn't get a preemptive strike. I will say the preemptive strikes look kind of easy. Whoa, I'm poisoned. Interesting. So yeah, the preemptive strikes look kind of easy. But I guess in like this example, if they suddenly, you know, appear in front of you, you've got no time to react, you might not get it. So it depends on the situation, I guess. But I will say that I'm kinda disappointed or sad that you don't see monsters roaming around the area anymore. Ooh, and we get another crystal. So yeah, I mean, you know, I really like that of Final Fantasy 13, where, you know, monsters were just randomly going about their own business, walking around, jumping up and down here and there. It was actually kind of cool. Yeah, I was just having a look at this guy. He's actually got a better magic stat than this Zwerg Ravager, so I end up putting him into the party. He also has, he's called cute for whatever reason. I don't know. Doesn't really look all that cute. So this is the paradigm pack. You have to go here to exchange enemies, oh sorry, monsters. So I've included the Garki Masura. And here we do a bit of Crystarium leveling. So I said this isn't really the... I don't really do it extensively here. I wonder if I can explain it. Basically, you can input any role into a black node, into the next black node in the sequence basically. So this is my next black node in Sarah's sequence, and this is for Noel. I only have 180, so I can only upgrade one. And as you see on the role summary on the left, you have different levels for each role that's currently available. And on the bottom right, you have your next available ability. So to the corresponding, it corresponds to whichever you're highlighted, whichever role you're highlighting. Whoa, that might be again a bit hard to explain. So basically, for the monsters, it's a bit easier because they only have one role. So like currently this guy's level 1, this Hoplite Commando. So as I increase it, if I get to level 15, I'll get the Armor Breaker ability. So each black node that I gain, basically that I put some level into, will raise the level of the role by 1. So you can see now I put 2 levels into my Hoplite, so he's now level 3, when at the beginning he was level 1. Okay, yeah, this may not make much sense, but it's easy to understand once you get the hang of it, really. Whoa. The only other thing is that the monsters, they don't use Crystarium points like your characters do. The monsters they have is like items that you collect from like finishing battles and so on. And yeah, again I was just trying to see if I could access that area, that landing that looked like you could walk on it. It's like part of the map, you know? But I can't, so we move on. I mean, Sarah must be cool, man. More enemies! Oh, a different kind of enemy, so let's show him. It'd be cool if we could get him in Crystal, if he's available. Oh, look at him attack my monster ally. And as you can see, yeah, here I got a preemptive strike on him. That's why at the beginning we had a haste on. Okay, he's attacking my monster ally friend. Let's heal him. It's kind of funny because it's a different monster ally that was hurt. But actually I wasn't paying attention. I wonder, I'd have to look at that again and wonder if just changing... Did I really need to heal him? Maybe they probably share the same HP. Oh yeah, I'll probably get back. Oh yeah, I'm not sure about that. I'll probably have to get back to you in the next episode. I only just considered that, really. Huh. Interesting. I mean, that way you could have like 2 Ravagers in your party and just change between them. I'll have to see about that. If I get an answer, I'll tell you guys later. And this is an example where I know you can run away from enemies, and I was trying to run away, but for whatever reason, the circle just kept chasing me, I guess. And as you saw just now, by failing to execute anything or starting the fight in time, we've had our retry option locked, which, if you know Final Fantasy 13, every time you died in a battle, you could retry. So I'm assuming that's what they mean by retry locked, because I don't lose here. But I assume that if you lost, you'd be like sort of game over straight away, rather than having the ability to retry, which is, I guess, interesting. As you saw that I was trying to run away, I mean, actively. Of course, if I had known that it would be game over if I died, I might have actually sort of, okay, considered to actually get ahead and start the fight early. I'm sure there are different stats if you start the fight in when the ring is green or when it's yellow and red. Supposedly there are different stats. So if you hit it green, that's a preemptive strike and you get like haste and something like that. So I don't know, the longer you leave it, maybe the more negative it is. I haven't really tried that out. What can I say, it's just really early in the game. I've only had 2-3 battles really. And we've come to another sort of encampment. Po-po-po. You find something, Mog?
Come on, Mog.
Sweet. An item. What is that? Wild artifact. Okay. Interesting, I guess.
That wasn't there before.
Scholars believe the paradox is a natural phenomenon. But
Hey dude, look at me when you're talking.
by man,
We'll just turn around.
that glowing thing has to be a weapon sent by someone.
Interesting perspective, I guess.
Sorry, I can't deal with you right now. I'm in the middle of a crisis.
Crisis.
One of my men lost an experimental drug that our unit was
Okay.
testing. It's a reaction-enhancing substance. Kind of thing that civilians shouldn't be playing around with.
Interesting.
The substance was stolen. There's no telling where it will end up. We have to retrieve it immediately.
And this is sort of like side quests you have in the game. And I guess it's interesting. I actually do find the 2 capsules, but I forget that
You'll help us search for the
I have to come back to this guy to give it to him.
We're missing 2 capsules.
So I don't actually finish it. I don't actually complete the quest,
Bring them directly to me.
which is it's weird, but it is what it is. Because there's another quest, as you'll see in a bit, and that quest is automatically finished when you complete it.
Okay. Thank you for asking.
I have no idea who Sarah was talking to.
The sanctum was resolved.
Some random stranger.
Rumors that members of the former government are trying to
But yeah, I do find the 2 capsules, so I only really needed to return to him and give it back. Oh, this chick.
Have you seen that big old giant? Where'd he come from? Someone sure wasted their time and hard-earned money making something that big. I don't like seeing materials go to waste like that, but hey, what can I do? I can open up my shop. That's what I can do.
Okay, that's gonna take some getting used to. And these are the items you need to level up your monsters. For your mechanical monsters, it's the bolt. For your biological monsters, it's the droplet. And I guess there are others further down the line as well. But you get them in battle as well, so it depends, up to you, I guess. Other than that, it's still the same stuff she had before, so nothing particularly interesting.
You know I'm counting on you. Everyone
I'm
is.
counting on you, kid. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, today's January 18, and actually January 18, about 10 years ago, was when I first properly got into Final Fantasy. And I guess you could tell what game came out then, around 10 years ago. So that was when I first properly got into Final Fantasy, so it's, I guess, some sort of anniversary, I guess. I really do like the series and the games, I guess. But that's the past, I guess. 10 years ago. Man, it's been 10 years. But anyway. This is the other quest. So once I defeat this monster, it's sort of like the quest is done, I guess. Yes, sir! Defeat the sea. So anyway, that's the end of this episode. In the next episode, we'll be out of this encampment and continuing on our journey, solving the quests and trying to find Atlas. This thing does nothing really. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.